If you thought that Apple A14 Bionic and the latest M1 chip are crazy, wait and let me tell you what is insane. If you thought that M1 MacBooks and Mac Mini are fabulous, you're not alone. I was tempted to buy one too. But hang on, Apple is just getting started. If you're skipping iPhone 12 and planning to buy iPhone 13, well, there are few good things and few bad things. Finally, if you want to buy the latest generation iPads, which are very powerful, you might want to listen to this before buying them. Welcome back to the channel everybody, this is Sudhindra and you're watching Tech Platter. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel and ring the bell to get notified whenever I post an awesome tech video. Friends, it's only when you watch the video completely, hit the like button and leave a comment, YouTube will feature my videos in their searches and the channel will grow. So, you know what to do. Thanks to each and every Tech Platter family member, we crossed 500 subscribers milestone, and to celebrate I'll be giving away OnePlus Bullet Z to one of the subscribers during the Christmas season. To be eligible, all you have to do is publicly subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment and follow me on my other social media where I'll be announcing the results. With this video, I'm starting a new series of videos, What Next, #WhatNext, where I'll be talking about what is coming from each and every brand in 2021. Not in detail about each and every product, but we'll talk about how the companies are going to change our lives with their next products. This video is all about Apple and the next video is about Samsung. So buckle up, it's going to be a long video, but surely an important one as Apple has a lot to offer in 2021. So watch the video till the end. First, let's talk about iPads. Apple has been rumored to develop 6 devices with the new display technology which offers similar benefits to OLEDs like high contrast, local dimming for deeper blacks, and avoid the downsides of OLED like burn-in. Ming-Chi Kuo said these 6 devices are going to be a 27-inch iMac Pro, a 14.inch MacBook Pro, a 16-inch MacBook Pro, a 12.9-inch iPad Pro, a 10.2-inch iPad, and a 7.9-inch iPad mini. This display will make iPad stand against their rivals like Samsung Tab S7 Plus. Nano LED plus A15 Bionic will make these iPads beat some of the Intel-based laptops. Leave a comment below and let me know if you are willing to wait for next generation iPads with Nano LED display. Keep in mind these will cost a lot more than current generation iPads. Now let's talk about iPhones. In case you're still confused whether to buy iPhone 12 Pro, the new iPhone 13 leaks will probably clear the air for you. Although the launch of iPhone 13 or whatever it might be called is almost a year away, a lot has been predicted and rumored about these devices already. Here are some of the key changes. Cameras. iPhone 13 may see some major camera improvements, and there are rumors that Apple might bring a 10x optical zoom capabilities with the use of periscope sensors, but I doubt that. It may come in iPhone 14. You might see some zoom capabilities without a periscope camera in iPhone 13. Besides that, we also see a better wide-angle lens in the iPhone 13s. Ming-Chi Kuo predicted that the wide-angle lens will be a f1.8 and a 6-element lens opposed to f2.4 and a 5-element lens in iPhone 12s. With iPhone 13 getting these major updates, rumors suggest that the current iPhone 12 Pro cameras will be moved to iPhone 13 basic models, the iPhone 13 mini and the regular iPhone 13. Not sure about the sensor shift technology though. Next, there are rumors about portless iPhones. We all know that Apple is both bold as well as silly to take out important features from their phones. First, there was the home button. We all know that physical fingerprint scanners are secured, but it's gone. Next to go was the 3.5mm jack. They said they wanted to save some space and use it for a bigger battery. Then the charger. I cannot comment on this. These moves are definitely bold. Apple just rolled out a new survey asking its users whether they use the charging cable or not. Similar survey came last year asking about the charging brick, and we all know what happened next. Now there are rumors that next generation iPhones will be portless. While the industry is asking Apple to use USB Type-C in their iPhones, in my opinion, Apple is ignoring it because they want to go portless. That too pretty soon. Will that happen in iPhone 13? I'm not sure. I think it may not happen in iPhone 13 and it may happen in iPhone 14. But hey, they are Apple and they can do anything. But whenever it happens, will Apple include a MagSafe charger in the box? At least in the first year of making this move? How will Apple justify this move? We don't know that. We all have to wait and see. Now that we spoke about portless iPhones, let's talk about the battery. Rumors again point us towards even smaller battery in iPhone 13s compared to iPhone 12s. iPhone 12 already lost to iPhone 11 in terms of battery backup. I just wonder what Apple is planning here. Apple is also rumored to develop their own 5G modems. Right now they are sourcing them from Qualcomm. That means they can avoid paying royalties to Qualcomm if they develop their own 5G modems. The next one is ProMotion display. Apple will bring its ProMotion display tech, the one with 120Hz refresh rate that we have seen in their iPads, to the iPhones in 2021. We all thought this will come in iPhone 12s, but we all know what happened. What I'm struggling to understand is how Apple is going to optimize its battery usage with the bump in the refresh rate and decrease in the battery capacity. And now we have to talk about A15 Bionic. Apple has put all their experience from A4 to A14 and created the masterpiece M1, which is crushing the latest generation Intel chips. More on Apple Silicon later in the video. It's time the opposite will happen. Apple is going to use the learnings from the beast of the chip M1 and put it in A15. I cannot wait to see how the competition responds to this behemoth. So will you wait for the iPhone 13s or will you go ahead and buy iPhone 12 and 12 Pro models? Let me know in the comments below. And some bad news for those who are waiting for iPhone SE 3rd generation. Rumors suggest that we will not be seeing this phone in 2021. Friends, if you are liking this video, do let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Now the most interesting thing, next generation M1. While still in its first iteration, Apple's M1 is already setting records in terms of performance and battery life. New leaks suggest that its successor will be way more powerful and it's not too far. The leak suggests that big improvements will come in MacBook Pro 16-inch in the form of M1X, and with this, Apple could crush x86 competition. M1X will be a 12 core as opposed to 8 core in the M1. Out of these 12 cores, there will be 8 performance cores, 4 high efficiency cores. Apple is also reportedly testing a 16 core and a 32 core chips. A 32 core chip is in the roadmap for iMac. It may not overtake AMD's 64 core Threadripper, but it will blow away 28 core Xenon in the Mac Pro to the dust. It might also deliver significant gain for heavy multi-threaded tasks. Faster desktops could arrive in the later part of 2021, although the tipsters said that the Mac Pro is only slated for early 2022. With consumer level x86 chips from Intel and AMD topping at 8 cores, Apple might disrupt the market space with 12 and 16 core CPUs and overtake the overall laptop space. While the death of x86 is still far, it's just a matter of time where ARM chipsets with stronger GPUs will eventually pull x86 plug. I don't see Qualcomm as an immediate threat to Apple's M1, but I see AMD's and Samsung's alliance will give some boost to non-Apple devices, but it will not be ready before 2022. So Apple will continue to have the first movers advantage for the next 3 to 4 years, at least before the competition tries to catch up. Let me know in the comments if you are excited about Apple's products in 2021. As I said, in my next video, I'll talk about Samsung's messy plan for 2021, so stay tuned. Well, that's all for this video, friends. Hope you have enjoyed my analysis. It took many hours to put this video across. A like will motivate me a lot. Tweet this video, share it, and if you haven't joined yet, join the TechPlatter family by hitting the subscribe button below and be eligible to win OnePlus Bullet Z. I'll see you in my next video.